By now, we're well used to working inside an agile framework, but what's the fastest way to get through the stages of build, measure and learn with a new concept? Eric Ries pioneered the minimum viable product in his lean startup methodology. A minimum viable product is the minimum amount of functions needed to provide speedy feedback to determine the viability of a product or service. Essentially, it allows you to measure the quality of your concept without investing a high level of resources into developing a prototype. This answers the question of, before I invest tons of money in developing this product, how can I test if there's enough demand to make the investment worthwhile? Let's break down these words. Minimum. There is usually just one or two core problems that excellent products are trying to solve for their customers. When we take away everything apart from your solution to these central problems, what is left of the concept? Viable. What makes a product viable? There are typically two things. Will people use it, and will someone pay for it? And product. When the word product is used in minimum viable product, we're referring to any creation such as a commercial product, a service, an entire business, or an organism that generates value. So an MVP isn't just a basic version of a product that later becomes more complex. It's not something designed to test technical feasibility. It's not designed to see if the team can create a solution. It's a product that only exists in order to help the team learn something about customers and their behavior. But how can this help us with validating our concepts?
Airbnb is an online marketplace that enables people to list, find and then rent vacation homes for a processing fee in more than 150 countries. The ones who stood behind this idea was two Americans that couldn't afford to pay their apartment in San Francisco, so what they decided was to rent out their loft. They took pictures of their apartment, uploaded them on a simple website, and soon they had 3 paying guests. This example of MVP helped the founders to validate their initial assumptions regarding how many people are willing to stay in someone else's home rather than in a hotel room.
Virgin Air used only one plane to test their MVP, as opposed of buying a full fleet, because they could afford it, of course. And they were testing this the concept by adding services and before and during the flight, and after testing it enough, of course, they went to the market with a full fleet.
So next time you're considering developing a concept, remember, by using an MVP, you can test your core business assumptions with minimal resources and discover if there's enough demand to make the investment worthwhile.